And so I always look at it like that. It's like a game. It's like, how do I get better each time? I could have been sharper here. I could have said this here. Okay, this next round, I'm going to do that. And so when I'm doing my content days, I'm constantly thinking, what could I have done better in the last one that I can do better right now? And so I actually think it's really advantageous because the feedback loop is just tight. You know, if I'm making one video a week, I have to wait 7 days to make the next video better. But if I make 4 in a day, I can make each one better right there. And by the end of the day, how much better am I than that person who has to wait a month? And so I actually think I'm all for just compressing the time it takes to do something by doing a lot more volume in a shorter period of time, because not because I'm like some superhuman, but because I thrive off the feedback I'm getting and being able to implement it quickly, just a fake or whatever. And so it leads down to a much smaller pool of people who are interested, in my opinion, which I don't care. I'm good with it. That's just reality. I think that might be what it is.
Have you dealt with online harassment and trolling, specifically geared at you being a female?
Yeah.
Stalkers? DPs?
What's a DP?
You know what it stands for. You know my brand. I'm not going to say it.
Okay, sorry. I literally don't know.
It's a D-pick.
Oh, okay. I really didn't know. I'm sorry.
You're
I would not try and get you to say that. I was just like, dog, something like, yeah, okay. It's actually weird. Me and Alex talked about it because I'm like, ew, I get like so many weird messages.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's none. And I'm like, well, I think you're just scary. So women are like, he's kind of scary. Like, I feel like
I don't get any either. Maybe it's what I put out there, but I just want, I bring that up too, because there's so many female creators listening to this. And I think harassment, it sucks. I think it could be a resistance of like, man, I put myself out there. Do I want to deal with the BS coming my way of the stuff that can happen, as well as some legitimate fear from stalkers?
There are services that will literally daily swipe it and clear it off of all websites. You can Google it and look for it. And making sure that you don't own things in your own name. I think those are the two best things you can do, along with, if you do not have the means or the desire to have security, then making sure that you don't post things that indicate where you live. Unfortunately, a lot of people know the area that I live in and where our building is, so people do show up. And so because of that, and because I am lazy and choose not to and do have the means, I hire security. If you do not, then if I didn't have the means, I would never post and let people know even a clue of where I lived. Yeah, that was a little bit of a tangent. Nobody's ever asked me that before, so
hey,
I don't really have.
That's really good advice. All right.
One-on-one interaction I'm very good at. So like this style works great for me. I would have just started doing more of that from the get-go. Some people, maybe they are good at public speaking. So then maybe they're very good at speaking one-to-many. Leverage that. Some people are very good at asking others questions. Like maybe you're the person that everyone thinks you're a fantastic listener and that you ask great questions. Start your own podcast and have guests on. I think I'd be looking much more at like, what are the skills that already exist that I have, and how can I use that to be the base of my content rather than try and fit in a content box? So I would have rather built my own box faster, which I think I do more now, rather than just trying to fit into a box of what I see other people doing.
So strong.